Egyptian dust, a new accord. Things are going to be said that need to be said. Super weirded out to be putting FragranceView on score in this format on this channel. Never in my wildest days would I imagine we'd get here. I started watching him way before I did anything on the channel. And weird to be in this position. Super weirded out. I got it. I totally knew it was going to be sold out. I've been in this market enough to know what's going to sell, what not. I mean, I've been in marketing 20 years. That's my career. And everything aligned for this perfume. I knew. And I wasn't ready to buy it. His release sucked for me. It was literally the week before Christmas, he announces. By the time I even got to Lucky Scent, they were out, which I knew whoever picked it up in the U.S. would be out of. And then I went to his site right away. I'm like, I know Dendera is going to sell out. Just bought it. And that's how I got it. All right. Like I said in the video, Peter can't be a more loved guy in the community, even though he won't tell you that. Most humble guy at the same time. I was able to do probably my first collab that I've done, semi-collab, Brandon-style collab with Stop Talking About Fragrance. Best shout-out fragrance mini motion video I've ever seen in the community. So stay tuned for that right after this. Also, there's a special surprise in the talk section of this video. That surprise for me too, and I'm going to show it with you guys at the same time. It came straight from the perfumer himself, so stay tuned for that. I'm Brandon, Therapeutic Fragrance. All right, that was Stop Talking About Fragrance from Instagram. Go check him out there. He's one of the good guys that I talk about. He's one of the good people after the same stuff Peter's all about. Peter's one of the good guys. Most of you guys all know that. I mean, we got to help out the good guys in the community. The guys that, I don't know how to say it. They're after better perfume. They're after community. This isn't our entire life, but it's a passion we're sharing with each other as we go through life. Just good people. I've met a lot of good people. He's one of them. Follow him on Instagram. The right way of doing the journey. Let's put the sentence that way. Let's leave it at that for the good people. Check out how much juice is gone. You can compare that to the unboxing video. I have sprayed this like crazy. No wonder he had such issues with shipping. The cap weighs more than the bottle. I showed the cap already. Many have seen the cap. You've seen it in that video right there. Just beautiful. But this is full presentation. $195, 30 ml. For me, Lucky Scent bumped up the price from what Peter had. So if you do the equation with $25 shipping Peter offers, it's like only a few bucks extra to get it from him. So if you miss out on Lucky Scent, if you're in the UK, that's still of a deal because you're getting it less than us in the US. Lucky Scent, you get all the samples. So those are the only two places that I know of right now. I see them getting picked up in other places. 70-30, 70 masculine, 30 feminine. Check this out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pronounce this guy's name right. Maybe the first one on the channel. Peter Carter's the perfumer of Dendera. The house of Centauri Perfumes out of the UK. Handmade, homemade, artisanal. One-man show from dream to vision to everything. Let's do notes and I'm going to get into this thought. Let's share this thought right now. This, again, into marketing. I get business models. I get concepts. This is the new way of doing business. If people could figure this out, Kickstarter's kind of like that. Peter took it beyond Kickstarter. He didn't even mean to. I know he didn't mean to. I watched him the entire way. We're talking a guy sitting down, having an idea. Oh, I want to make a perfume. I started watching. You guys can go do it. It's all in history if he leaves those videos up there. You'll go watch his very first video, full history. You see his brain ticking. Yeah, I might do my own perfume. Then you see him do the how to make perfume videos. And then you get a product. To watch that for 2 years and get something in your hands, that's a business model I've never seen. That's something I've never seen. It wasn't intended that way, but that's the way it ended up. One of the coolest things ever, to see that dream. We all sit down and have ideas. Everybody has ideas. I've had so many ideas pitched to me, and I've come up with so many, but to have it in fruition and take all the steps to deliver this, that's incredible. This doesn't just happen from a conversation. And Peter will tell you that now. I've seen the struggles from all the business stuff you have to do. I mean, bottle design, bottle filament, learning how this doesn't leak, learning the ingredients, learning maceration. And he documented the whole thing. What a cool thing to own a piece like that. Yeah, when I ordered it, I was so nervous that I wasn't gonna like it. I have a policy on this channel that I will not put people just starting out in business in small houses. If I don't like them, I just won't put them up here. I'm not out to ruin businesses. And I know better than anybody, opinions can ruin businesses. If they're not shown here, there's a big reason. Yes, I have smelled them. If you see them on Instagram and you see people talking about them like crazy in the community, or even, I probably even heard about them way before that, or been reached out to, given samples of, if I don't put them on the channel, there's a huge reason. That's one of them. So me blind buying this, I did it because of that whole conception idea. I just thought it'd be cool to have something. But to smell it, to like it, and everything else, that's another different story. There's a big reason this is on here with a lot of big name perfumes that I've recently been putting on the channel. It's fantastic. Let's get into it. Notes: cinnamon, Orris butter, rose absolute, Vietnamese oud, East Indian sandalwood, Haitian vetiver, frankincense, myrrh, labdanum, Madagascan vanilla, absolute, and white ambergris. 4.38 out of 5 when I wrote the notes on Fragrantica. I'm sure it's more by now. I don't know if it's leveled off till he gets his next batch or not. That's where it was when I took it down. My unboxing gave you everything out of my head. First thoughts that I usually do in this section. That's okay. I got really good stuff to fill it in this spot. Thanks to Peter. Again, one of the most vulnerable moments I've done was that unboxing. All right, we ready for the special treat? Check this out. He politely private messaged me and said, hey, would you like a sample of Orris? And I probably unpolitely said yes without playing any soft games or anything. I'm like, yes, I want the raw material. Absolutely. Not only that, he gave me the oud as well. So I'm holding the Orris used in the perfume and the actual oud used in the perfume. It takes a lot of the mystery away and a lot of fun of it away. That's what I thought, at least. But then it just added more richness, depth into the actual the care that was taken in this perfume. I've smelled over 100 ouds, expensive ouds. The number's probably even 250 higher than that. I mean, if it was on Amazon, most of what's on Etsy, I mean, not everything, not expensive stuff, but if it was affordable, every EO company in America, I bought their oud and sniffed it to get the profile. Amazing what he hunted down for the price. Just amazing. He's keeping the price at it is for the quality of the facets that this oud is offering. The Orris. I'm not an Orris expert. I've smelled about 3 of them, plus this one. This smells unlike those. I've smelled many compositions now with Orris in it. I won't even, they're on the channel. I don't want to name names, but the Orris in the I've never smelled this particular facet or deep facet of Orris that's in this. It's like plaster of Paris on sheet metal with just dry ice coming up. That's my head. That's the smell I get from this. Just rich earth rootiness with all of that combined. Just literally plaster Paris. My mom messed with it when I was a kid. Smell. Sheet metal, like on sheet metal, we cut sheet metal in shop. That smell too. And just I can't say wet, but dry ice is what I come up with. A cold, icy, I was going to almost say frostbitten stuff, but that just has a tang to it that's not there. Dry ice is about the best description I come up with when I smell this. Unlike anything else, the facets that are in this Orris root are I'm like, oh, that's why his perfume's doing all of that. That's crazy. Well chosen ingredients, such care taken into hunting down this smell. This doesn't come by me typing in Orris root and ordering from the first person I see it from. Believe me, I've showed pictures of all the oils I have, and all those oils are just to hunt down original smells like this. Both of these, incredible what's in the perfume. Helped me unravel the dry down so much. When I did the unboxing, I didn't know it was natural. And he said it in some video, and I'm like, what? Because I was ready to ask him. I'm like, what is the synthetic in this dry down? There's no way this is drying down for 12 hours as a natural oud. My ouds sweat off so quick, they don't last that long. What he pulled off here, pretty incredible. We'll talk about the oud for a second. This really comes in the dry down. It's one of my first air aromas that I fell in love with oud. The clean medicinal, zero barnyard, just a clean earth, a clean wood, not cedar, but that level of wood with medicinal oud. Just a clean middle profile of oud that slight earthy, slight woods, bit of tang of fruit. And the oud is a bit wet, which is really weird because the perfume never wears wet. But if I were to do this oud in my sensory chart that I've done, I would say this oud comes off a wet. But the marriage that happens here, if only I had the white ambergris too. So the trifecta of marriage that happens between the three in the composition of Dendera is just flat out amazing. I'm going to spray some more Dendera on. Got to have a spray in the videos. I'm getting addicted to spraying on the videos too. Peter, come on. I'm going to need more. It's like spraying dust out. Just beautiful Egyptian dust. All right, let's get into this. A couple guys have taken aim at Peter. I'm not naming names here, but I do want to bring up the critique for those who have read it, calling him, this is a great first attempt at perfumery. I don't think they used the words novice, but it was that tone. And I can't disagree more. I've probably smelled more natural compositions than I want to say almost anybody else in the world, but that's not true. Any reviewer, I would say, hands down, minus Tina and Luca, and minus a perfumer. They would smell more than me. But it's not, I'm over 1,000 compositions. I don't know the percentage that were natural, but if I found a natural company, I bought it, sampled it. Minus that, Peter, get rid of the cinnamon, salt in the U.S. or something only. These UK guys know how to get the naughty stuff somehow. They always end up with it. So, just call this an all natural already. And what was done all naturally here is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal accord. I can't get over the accord that's built here. We're not talking like they're 4-hour scents on my skin. Some people have light skin scents. This thing just lasts, projects, does everything with natural ingredients. It's astonishing what was accomplished with the constraints he had on. He did this all while making it IFRA compliant. Bonus note, he says the 49th Amendment or whatever it is, the new IFRA rules won't affect this at all. So we're good on composition for a while on this one. I'll be the first to report if it changes. So I mean, I just don't know how we have the longevity of this being an all natural. But to those guys out there that are taking aim, they brought up a couple designers that were good. Yeah, but this doesn't compare to the designer. The perfumes they brought up, this scent doesn't. I brought up Tower-esque. Yes, it is Tower-esque, but Tower does his with synthetics. To do this with naturals is unheard of. It'd be like build that Creed base layer with naturals. That would be phenomenal. If that could be, and under $200 a bottle. The anybody that critiques this, give me viable things on the market and let's talk and critique them together. For what this is a new smell. This is just a bright dirt smell that deserves credit. It deserves kudos. I did not expect to give this kudos. I did not expect to put this on the channel. I did not expect to hooray this as one of my hooray perfumes. But it has all the elements. Originality. It's new. It's an accord that lasts forever on skin. The accord's flat out genius. I mean, only a very, very, very small few people achieve their own smell like this. It's a hard thing to do. It's what houses are built around. My point being is he has a career as a perfumer. He's definitely a perfumer. Now, his whole, everything's going to change now for him. He's going to get recognized by the industry big time. I haven't put my nose on Gaia, so I don't know about it. I'm speaking only from Dendera and what was built here. The accord, the originality, what was put out. There you go. Big words. He deserves it. He deserves a big hooray for this. The stuff brands are built off of. All right, let's review this. This is a long review. It's a passionate review. I mean, I watched this thing being built for over 2 years, and to get the bottle to be this good, a lot of all that's coming out now for me. Again, I didn't know when I started this, I didn't know I'd ever review it. I'd be on video for the world to see. Never in a million days. Okay, this opens exactly like the notes say for me. The cinnamon and nutmeg, blast the spices. I bashed the cinnamon note in my unboxing. I still do. It literally, luckily, dissipates by 10 minutes into my skin. I know the note very well. And the other perfumes I have, I think at Carner Barcelona I have it in. A couple others that I actually have perfumes of. That, I mean, I spray it and then wait forever before we get, comes back on. That's backed by the myrrh. So luckily right away, like I said, cinnamon dries down. Sorry, I had a power failure behind me on lights. It's like you're transitioning from the bustle of the city into that Egyptian desert that the perfume was built after. The picture I see of somebody wearing this, I wouldn't see Pharaoh or royalty wearing this perfume. Who I see wearing this are the people that actually built the pyramids, the people that actually built the city. It just has that skin musk. I talk about skin musk a lot. Clean skin musk with that dirt, that Egyptian desert dirt smell in it. And I say Egyptian, I grew up in the desert, but that just dry, powdery dirt smell with the spices, very dry. Even though that oud's wet, this Orris and ambergris is just drying it up like crazy. And I guess the myrrh can be helping dry it up a bit, but this perfume just gets drier and drier as it wears on. It even comes out dry, but it's like it gets hotter and hotter during the day on you. and just continues to get it drier until they dry down. It gets dirty and dusty like no other. The more I wear it, the more addicted I'm getting to it. The heart gets super earthy with a deep root scent. That Orris, again, I mean, smelling these two ingredients really took a lot off of what was going on in this perfume. I wish I could smell the ambergris too. In my unboxing, I said ambergris is the star, which I can still smell what the ambergris, I'm used to what ambergris does to perfume. So I'm very used to, especially far away, you can smell the ambergris a lot more. Just that nice salty scent on there. And the plaster of Paris and sheet metal come in with that very dry ice effect on there. And then mixed with the ambergris, that salty ambergris and that dry ice, it's, again, a new accord. Something that to me is the brilliance of the accord. That just, all of that happening with real oud, that dry ice effect, just special stuff. It's a special perfume. It's got three main ingredients that are like the trinity in the perfume. He has triangles all over the perfume. Ambergris, oud, and the Orris just are playing perfectly together, making the best of DNA combos, a chord that can't be broken, like a string, just a powerful string that you can't break because they're just intertwined perfectly. And now we got the base that comes in. So all three of those play throughout the top, heart, and base. The top, you got those spices that leave. The heart, the Orris really opens up and does all those effects. The bit of the myrrh, a bit of the vetiver playing along there. The vetiver was really hard for me to pick up in the scent. It really got buried by the earthy oud and the deep root flavor of the Orris. So I could tell that there's a bit there that has to be vetiver. But it never really popped up as a vetiver. It just helped form that accord and be something special in there. The base. Let's get to the base. Somehow hidden in this whole perfume is this baker ready to spray on this light, delicious vanilla glaze on top of everything I just said. At the end, on the dry down, we got dry down over on this side. You get the lightest icing of vanilla. Yeah, it's still not on this one that I sprayed in the perfume. It's just overwhelmed there, but a clear transition to base where it's just like this baker's coming along, doing this perfect light sheet of icing. As a kid, I want more of that icing. I want a ton more. But every time as a reviewer and me enjoying it, sitting back, I'm like, do I really? I don't think I do. I think this is just the right touch of sugar, of sweetness, and it's just perfect. So I'm torn between that. Of course, you smell beautiful vanilla like that and you get hints of it like, oh, more of that. But I sit back and get that ambergris punch, ambergris wave over me. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm cool here. I'm fine. That oud love, that turns up if you do workout, if you're in high heat. This is a safe one to wear. You heard it from me. These natural ingredients will actually work with your skin and melt in instead of push out. I was talking to a real naturopath guy today, and we were talking about it, and it's like the body, these loud perfumes, when they heat up, they just blow out a room. If you've had that experience, it's like your body's pushing them out and getting them out of you. Whereas with naturals, your body's like, oh, I need that right now. It's hot. You're working me out hard. I'll soak them in. They help me. Just thoughts. That's one of the biggest enlightenments I've had in my journey last year was when I was wearing oud, what it would do when I sweated. Pure accident. I was just in a workout routine, and I had it on because of my reviewing and testing. I couldn't get it off. I was embarrassed to go to the gym with it, but the happy accident was it turned up being one of the most beautiful fumes ever. And now I wear oud all the time to gym and have other people doing it. It turns into leather. Like it's like helping you work out. It's incredible. Anyways, that's for another day. I have plenty of things documented. Oud's in this. That's why I bring it up. So to finish off the base underneath that icing, we have just a soft, soft incense. I call it soft because I'm used to so many of these myrrh, labdanum, frankincense, incense accords. His is just a lot softer. I don't know if it's the oud that makes it softer, the ambergris that makes it softer, or you use less of the materials here, but it's just a perfect fresh softness that of familiar incense that you're used to with that myrrh in there. That finishes off the base. It is the earthy, dry ocean grass that keeps me coming back as we finish this off, and it dissipates into a skin set. I do get leather in this. I get a nice, great brown leather. If my skin heats up more, that leather really becomes prominent. I know exactly what that is for my oud wearings. That's what a lot of ouds, especially in this profile, do for me when my body heats up. Just has a real authentic leather smell for me. Overall, it is an earthy, dry ocean grass fume of dust that surrounds the wearer, and you get a unique scent that can't be experienced anywhere else. Scoring Dendera. I can't believe I'm doing this still. Centauri Perfumes. Experience overall 12 out of 15. Branding originality 5/5 all day. Projection sillage 5/5. Longevity 5 out of 5. Composition as a whole 18 out of 20. Ingredients priced ml 23 out of 25. This would have been perfect if I didn't have to pay so much for the shipping, or if I didn't have to pay different than his UK customers, and if Lucky Scent didn't jack up the price a bit. Small dock just for those reasons. If he grows distribution and gives everybody the same price around the world, he'll get an extra 2 points there. Just want to put that out there, the small dock there. Top 7 out of 10. The base 5 out of 5. Heart 5 out of 5. Base 10 out of 10. It got a 90. It broke 90. First time perfumer breaking 90. I'm serious about that score. It's not just because of everything. I was hard on this. I critiqued this very hard. It does get a 90. It broke it. Where, if it's going to stay stocked, this is definitely an everyday scent for me, or a creative fragrance when I just need to be alone and get stuff done. Kind of when I focus in, I talk about that. And that's how I've used it in the past month. When I just need to focus in on my day, I'll wear this. It helps me do that. All year long for me, it's natural. It'll work in high heat. I already know. Who do I see wearing this? One of the few people to be named twice on the channel. This time it's Peter Carter. I see wearing it. He literally said it was made for him too many times. I had other celebrities picked for it. I still want to say them with the nice stiff upper lip, but it's him with the many time. I couldn't get away from it. FragranceView, I named him as in another one. 1 to 7 sprays. Projection, I definitely get 2 feet. A projection hits that mark. Sillage, this is medium to long tailed, 4 to 6 feet. As you walk past somebody, they'll get a whiff of what you're wearing that day. And then longevity, literally 8 to 12 hours on my skin. That eats up natural fragrances. How he did it, I don't know. Incredible job, Peter. Kudos to you. Everyone, there we go. I'm Brandon. All love to you. Hope you enjoyed this. This was a special review for me. I'm out of here. Be blessed.